Xbox has Xbox PC Pass. So it's like almost like, why do you even need most consoles? And the only console that doesn't put its game on PC is or only company that doesn't is Nintendo.
You miss me?
Oh, a few fun Daxter sections, not bad. But that's definitely going to be a thing in the future where I think eventually Nintendo will put their stuff on PC. But they're weird too because they didn't do DLC for like years until after like DLC was normalized. Like to them DLC wasn't a thing. Okay. I mean, I can hope. They probably won't because it's simply where their market demographic is. Come on, I was on that. Because that's the only reason the Switch exists and why we have mobile gaming as it is now is because most of their customers are on the move in like China and Japan because that's what the culture is. Like you don't have a home console. You know, you don't have time for it. They really are. There was a meme I saw. It was comparing Bobby Kotick to Shigeru Miyamoto and their salaries. And somebody went on there and said, yeah, because like Bobby Kotick's salary is like ridiculous. Like nobody should have like that much of a salary. Like there's no job in the world that really, there's no reason for that. I think he was just like, let's just say for funsies, it was 500 billion. That's not the number. Let's say it's 500 billion. And Shigeru's was like 90 billion. And somebody said, yeah, that's because Nintendo spends all their money suing mod makers and community people.
Look at me, Jack. I'm short, I'm hairy, and I itch in strange places. I couldn't do worse. Relax. I know what I'm doing. Oh, yuck! Cold, clammy, dead hands. Oh, I can't look.
Oh yeah, technically they both can touch the Dark Eco stuff.
Where are you, buddy?
It's a dark power tax. Some kind of invisibility.
Oh, it's a dark power. I thought it'd be a light power.
If you moved that fast a long time ago, I'd still be wearing pants. You know what I really miss? Soft underpants. You know how it lifts and cradles? You wouldn't understand. We're out of here.
But yeah, how many times has like Nintendo like sued like not like mod makers, like people who are like they've sent like it's like gets on like IGN and stuff quite often, like all the cease and desists they issued to people. They're so, yeah, and they are so protective of their IPs. Tournament hosts, yep. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. It's silly too, but yeah, they make solid games. I mean, that's, you know, it's reality, but man, they'd sell way more if they weren't. I hear a Metalhead Skull Gem bouncing. Nah, I'm not gonna go for it. We got... No, I didn't mean to press that. Oh well. Oh well. I didn't use Dark Jack much in Jack 2 at all either. I think that was something... hopefully, I think they maybe make it better in this, is that Dark Jack might be more useful. So there should be a fourth light eco power. It's not invisibility, that's a dark eco power. Okay, we're back at the temple. Alright. Oh, and then we use, okay, we go in there. Do I have to do this every time I want to go in here, or is it just this once and maybe the eye disappears? The eye disappears, sweet. Come on. Good old spiders from Jak 2, same model and everything. Okay, dark eco well. So that's telling me we're either going to have a really hard combat up here, or they just want to give me dark eco. I guess we do get our light eco as soon as we, on our first, thing. Oh, I got it. What the? What? Oh, I need to go invisible, then use dark bomb in between all of them. That's what it is. Yeah. I can't just walk through there. That's what the point of the dark eco well was. Or I just stand up here and they deactivate. Nope. Maybe? Okay, yeah. That works. Do they disappear? Okay, that works. I am going to go fill up on dark eco. Just to have a full. And then, there we go, there we go. Pretty nice that they have those wells. I really do kind of wish they still, I mean, they do utilize like the dark, like this is yellow eco obviously, then you have red eco weapons. It's just kind of weird they didn't weaponize the dark eco. I mean, I guess they did with the, I guess they weaponized the dark eco with the Peacemaker. That would make sense in my mind. And they're a lot more forgiving with health packs. Man. Okay. Oh yeah, this is like a timed, like a little obstacle thing. And I can't jump right after landing. He's got to do at least one loop. Because I'm trying, trust me. I'm trying to see how fast I can get through those, but no, it's not. It's just straight up not letting me. Nope. That was my fault. God. Why do I always do that? I always hit it way early. Yeah, like it will not let me jump as soon as I land on a pole. Okay, let's try this again and not me fuck it up. Okay. Let's try it again. Or not try it again, let's just continue where we were before I jump off the damn map. I think I was flipping the wrong way. Oh wait, it started me here. Okay. Wow, this is a lot more forgiving than Jak 2. Holy shit. A lot more forgiving. I guess that was probably a main criticism of Jak 2 back in the day, was that not forgiving at all. One series I wish they'd really remake is Fable. Like I was thinking about, you know, we were talking about remakes, and I wish they would like absolutely remake Fable 1 and 2. It would be so good. So good. Fable 3 not so much, but Fable 2 absolutely. Definitely one of the top 10 of all time for me. And they're just handing these out now. Okay, that does nothing yet.
I want no excuses. You told me this could be done. Now make it so.
But we have so little time. The Daystar approaches. You know what it brings.
Unfortunate, yes. We will deal with that as soon as I have full access to the catacombs. Just continue your work, and I'll deal with those idiots in Haven. I promise you will meet your makers.
Why are the catacombs so important?
You don't want to redo the entire dungeon and puzzle every time you die? No. But I mean, it was like, it would be ridiculous. You'd be like 3/4 of the way through, make one mistake, and you'd redo the whole thing.
Hey, it's one of those goober-eyed precursor thingies.
Greetings, great warrior. Your return brings us great hope. This planet's future is at a critical juncture. The Dark Ones have found your world again, and fate hangs in the balance where the past and the future collide.
Do you have any idea what he just said? Speak of the normal language, okay?
You will need all the power you can muster to survive this terrible test, Great One.
I can handle it.
I just
Talking to the tall one, Shorty.
I just had an idea too.
Look into the light and receive our power, hero.
Okay, well, now you're scaring me.
Dax, the dark eco. It feels far away. I feel better.
So you hear about how they tried starting on Jack 4, but they couldn't get Jack to look right in HD, so they just gave up. That sounds crazy to me, that just because they couldn't get him to look right, they gave up. Okay, there's healing. Sweet. So this is, I just thought of this for Jack, for like if I were to make Jack 4. So like, if like in the game, I mean, it's a possibility game. Like, remember, EA shuts down successful game developers too. I mean, it could be a possibility. Maybe they just weren't feeling it and they gave up. That's a possibility. They just didn't think the game would do good at all. But like, game devs and publishers, like, I'm not surprised they make any stupid decisions. Like, look at Diablo Immortal. You know what I mean? But, so like, in Jack and Daxter, like, you know, like, they know other planets exist and stuff. Like, why can't they just, like, use, like, a precursor, like, teleportation gate to go to, like, different planets and stuff? You know, if you wanted to. Like, just base one game on per planet or something like that. That would be something I would do. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Plus, they were probably like actually like just done with the series overall. Because I mean, look at Uncharted. They're not making any more of those. They're probably just done making them. Plus, I think that what was her name? She wrote I think all the Last of Us games and the entire Uncharted series, and she just quit Naughty Dog a few years ago, if I'm remembering correctly. You know, a lot of stuff happens in the back rooms of game development. You know, a lot of stuff just gets conceptualized, and then there's a lot of stuff that they just don't do. Ooh, what's behind there? Oh, that's for way later. Yeah, it's all those metalhead eggs. Yeah, there is a lot of driving around the desert. There's a lot of that. Now, let's see here. I guess light eco comes out of containers too, huh? I mean, that's fine to not want to do cartoony games, but you look at the most successful video game of all time, and what is that? It's a cartoony game. It's Mario. You know? I mean, if they want to tell more serious stories and, you know, tackle ideas, go for it. You know, but it's just unfortunate that like a series can be abandoned and nobody wants to and nobody can like pick it up and continue on. How would I don't know what it would look like though. Like I don't know how I would feel if Jak 4 was realistic looking. It would look good, I think. I don't know. You know, I mean, it would be something, but you got to be careful with that stuff, because if your game looks, if you make your game look realistic, it only has a limited amount of time to look good. Whereas if you give it a certain art style, it'll look good forever as long as it fits within that art style.
Heroes must show fast thinking to go with their fast movement.
Uh-oh.
Beat this ring challenge for a reward.
Okay, that's not what I intended, but okay. But think of it this way. Think of all the Call of Duty games, all of them, every single one of them. Tell me which ones look better, and tell me which ones look worse. And then, once you do that, compare all of those games to Team Fortress 2. That's kind of what you get when you use cartoony graphics as opposed to realistic ones. Because the realistic ones look dated really quick, whereas if you stick with a stylized look, it'll look good forever. Just because of the nature of it. Oh, I didn't know this was up here, ever. Okay, precursor orbs, alright.
You are an inspiration.
Would people go with it? I don't know. It would be a twist, but it doesn't mean it would be worth it, you know? I mean, they would have to go the route of what, like the new Ratchet and Clank games. You know, they look really good. They're still cartoony, but you know, they still look really good. They're stylized. I don't know. I don't think it would work. The more I think about it, I think they could stay within the realm of like Ratchet. Like I use Ratchet and Clank, but that's really the only, and I keep using it because that's the only game from the PS2 era that's still going. That's not like, you know, Call of Duty or something like that, you know? Unless you guys like know of one that I'm missing. But like Ratchet and like there's Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot's still around. It's got cartoony graphics. It still does well from what I hear. You got Ratchet and Clank, still does well. Sly Cooper's no longer being made. Jak and Daxter's no longer being made, so it can be done. And so you gotta be careful too, because if you think about it, if you remake it in the way that you don't know if people will like it or not, they probably won't like it.
Attention all people of Spargus. A large storm is heading our way. Prepare the city. Jak, there are 4 Wastelanders out there who still have not reported in. I want you to go out and find them. Do whatever it takes to bring them back.
Back out to the dead. What? Okay, so I'm sorry, I really am, but this is that was a bit of padding. Like the last mission prior to the precursor thing ended out in the desert. So if you look at it this way, you drive all the way back to the city to be told to go back out to the desert. That's kinda like that's either padding or bad just design choice on that, because they have communicators. They can tell me, you know, like I don't know, that's just like an old pet peeve of mine when like some games can do it okay if they just like do it every now and then, but like come on. So like the padding, so like that's literally just padding, or maybe they just didn't, or maybe it was just an oversight. So the last mission ended out in the desert. If you don't count the precursor mission, I walked all the way back to the city from the desert. I walked from the desert all the way back to the city, go watch a cutscene, and told to go back out to the desert. Like they could have done that a little bit better. You know, they could have said, "Hey, there's some the storm's coming. We got some Wastelanders out there. Get them while you're out there and get back before the..." So padding is something you typically see in like really, really bad games. Like, I'm not saying this is really, really bad, but padding is something where they extend the gameplay time for no reason, to make the game longer for no reason. That way you feel like, you know, you played the game for X amount of hours, so you know you got your money's worth. Let's see, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, say, like you're at the end of the game. You're at the end of, oh, whoops. You're at the end of a game. Does he get in? If you'd get in, dude.
Thanks, buddy. I won't forget this.
Like, say you're at the end of a video game. Like, you know it's the end. It's the big boss fight you've been waiting on the entire game. And you get on the last level, and it's just hordes and hordes and hordes of enemies before you even get to the last boss. And it's just padding out the gameplay. You're spending 20 minutes on a 5-minute level because it's just packed with enemies. You know? Or, you know, because they just do just things for whatever reason they want to. You know, it used to be a lot worse back in the day. Like back in the PS2 360 era, it really did. But now it's like a little bit better. But like, if you look at most open world games that are just kind of like modern Ubisoft titles, like the new Assassin's Creed video games, like those massive maps with that are just littered with things to do, like those aren't actual things to do. That's just something to make you think that there is something to do. It's padding. That's all it is. I mean, I guess. It's supposed to be an emergency thing. Emergencies aren't supposed to be the convenient. Yeah, the flippy floppy. I mean, that is true, but like, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But I mean, like, I was already out in the desert. They could have, I mean, they probably didn't think of it at the time. Now that I think about it a little bit more, they probably didn't think to say, hey, the player's already out in the desert. Just make the storm come wherever they are, and then now they have to go rescue these wastelanders. I mean, that could have been something they done. You know, I also have to remember that they probably, a lot of stuff is design oversight. Like, they just don't think of things. But yeah, the flippy flop driving, yeah.
Over here.
Oh god. Oh, I'm probably going to die here. Nope. Okay, I thought to take a lot more damage from that. These things are a little durable, at least. But yeah, you see padding in like all the modern Assassin's Creed games. It's definitely... because, I mean, it's just what it is, you know. Like back then, you know, they wanted to give you more game. Like, it can be done correctly or it can be done incorrectly. Like, I'll give you a great example of padding of a game I just played on Guard. It's a nice little fencing game. It's really fun, but like the last level you have to fight all the bosses you've already fought, and then you're just hit with waves and waves of enemies. And that's it. Like, that's padding. Like that, like it was going to be a 2-hour game, but because of that, they made it a 3-hour game. I don't know if it's the wind pushing me or if it's these hills, but like, I kind of like that like even though like I'm driving straight, the terrain and maybe the wind is affecting how I'm driving. I think that's pretty dope. Another dark eco crystal. Hmm. I guess I don't fight that thing. Maybe I just run over it. I don't know. Oh, I guess I do, huh? Yeah, the end of that game was awful. It just kept going and going. The game was over. The story was done with. There was nothing more they could add to it. Yeah, the hill on the man's nice. Oh, whoops, wrong power. No, I wanted to roll backwards, you motherfucker. Oh, come on. Get away from me, dude. Okay, I'm missing something. I'm fucking something up is what it is. Come on, die. Okay. Maybe we gotta do one more cycle of that. I mean, that's what it is. Yeah, because he's getting faster. Oh, no. Okay, I don't know how we didn't get hit by the lasers there, but we didn't. Come on, die already. Are you serious? Okay, he's good. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, yeah, it took a little bit too much time, but it is what it is. What are these dudes doing out here still? Like, shouldn't they be like, I don't know, like driving away? Trying to get out of the sandstorm? Oh, I'll read that question in a second as soon as I get in the city. Oh, God. Yeah, as soon as I get in the city, I'll look at that question. We just gotta drive through here, not get hit by a bunch of marauders, and we'll be alright. Come on. Okay, come on, we're almost there. Yeah, literally, Daxter said it too, we're almost there. Oh, no, 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 come on. Who put that tree there? Came out of nowhere. I think we're good. Oh yeah, we're good. We good. Look at that. Okay, we good. We good, we flipped in. Oh, come on, do I really need to hit the little spot? Okay, are we going to get a cutscene or anything? No, okay. Let's see here. This is a random question. I just saw a video of a guy getting his hands blown off like a banana peel from lighting a firecracker. I felt more sorry for him than when I see videos of people dying. Why do you think that is? Am I strange for that? No. No, because I mean, he's still alive. He has to live with that. Also, what websites are you going to? Like, I think they shut down Real Gore. I think they shut that down. Because, like, when I was in the military, like, they would use that. Like, I remember people bitching about it because they shut it down or they took it off. But they would do that to us. They would make a lot of us see stuff like that. Just that way, because that was their way of like seeing like, oh hey, can they you know, stomach it, one, and two, how would we react? But no, if it is, you just feel how you feel. There's nothing wrong with how you feel. You know, if you feel one way, I mean, somebody else could feel the opposite of how you feel. It's fine, you know. Everything is subjective to everybody. That's something I definitely try to even tell some of my buds is that you know, not everything's not black and white, you know. Life experiences knowledge changes how you see the world about everything. This was Reddit actually, but I see Gore stuff elsewhere. They get shut down, then others pop up. Yeah.